Where does it come down? It's always going to come down on the roof. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, everybody. I am your host, Rizwan, bringing to you the Sports Spotlight one more Sunday right here on Radio Azad, where your voice matters. 972-501-9390 is the studio number, and I'm going to be able to, I think I'm going to be able to take some calls today. I know it's the holiday season, and Shep's not going to be joining me for football. I wasn't able to secure anybody else to discuss all the exciting stuff going on, both in the world of college as well as professional football. Additionally, I think Rahul might be joining me in a little bit, but maybe not, and maybe somebody else for cricket, but we'll see. We're going to keep it pretty loose here on the Thanksgiving edition of the Sports Spotlight. But hey, we got plenty to talk about, man. Plenty to talk about. There's so much happening. And as usual, right now, to start off, we're going to be shining the spotlight brightly onto the cricket oval, and there is absolutely a lot happening in the world of cricket. I mean, so much happening. So there's a couple of things that are going on right now. We'll get to those in a minute. Let's talk real quick. Where do we want to start? Let's start with Bangladesh and Ireland. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Um, it's a two test and two T20I. It's got to be three. Hold on. Yeah, it's three. I was like, two doesn't make sense. Two tests doesn't even make sense, but they do it. So two tests followed by three T20Is. And this is Ireland touring Bangladesh. And essentially, it's gone the way you would expect. Maybe not with the dominance, because Bangladesh, yes, they're one of the power teams, but especially compared to Ireland. But hey, I mean, they're going through a little bit of a downturn. Ireland's been on an upswing, but I think the longest format still eludes some of these newer entrants to international cricket, and Ireland is no exception. Ireland, in that first one that started on November 11th, we didn't really talk about it last week. Ireland batted first, scored 286, and Bangladesh came in, put up 587. 587 before giving the strike back to Ireland for their second inning, and they got them all out at 254, winning that match by 47 runs. The second one, well, Bangladesh batted first, and they put up 476 runs, getting Ireland all done at 265. They put Bangladesh in their second inning, put up another 297, so almost 800 runs from Bangladesh. And Ireland put up a little bit of a fight. They scored 291 before getting all out, and Bangladesh wins this one by 217 runs. Now, that's I'm not gonna spend too much time on this, but scoring over 500 runs, that's pretty impressive. And really, it's over 550 runs on the Bangladeshi side. Pretty impressive for Ireland. So kudos to them. They made a good showing in that second test after really getting blasted in the first. But in the end, Bangladesh wins the test series 2-0, and now they've got three T20I games happening. The first one is this coming Thursday on Thanksgiving. I mean, I understand Thanksgiving is a uniquely American holiday, so doesn't matter to the rest of the world. But so on Thursday, the 27th, Bangladesh, Ireland tee off in that first T20, and then Saturday and the following Tuesday will be the subsequent two. So that is that, what else is happening in the world of cricket? Let's talk about the Ashes. Yes, that's happening. And, you know, used to be a big thing. England tour of Australia this year. So here we go. The first test between England and Australia proved to be, and if I had Rahul on, he would probably spend the whole 30 minutes talking about it because this was a Rahul type of match. A lot of dominance by the attack by the bowling side, and it wasn't necessarily bad batting; it was good bowling. That makes a difference. So England and Australia. England batted first, and they only scored 172. Zach Crawley and Ben Duckett opened up, and Zach was gone for a duck after facing six deliveries on a brilliant ball by Stark. And Stark was in form, man. He's so good. Still so good. He's 34, 35. He's 35 years old now and still dominating. Still dominating. So before giving you the stats, I want to talk a little bit about how the match flowed, right? So Stark gets Zach Crawley for a duck on the last ball of the first over. So he 5 dots and an out, right? He made him face all of his deliveries and got him out on the last one for a duck. Ben Duckett, the other opener, he was next to fall in the seventh over, trapped leg before by Stark on a brilliant delivery. He did score 21 off of 20 deliveries, but ultimately getting out, having both of your openers be done before the end of the seventh over is never a good thing in a test match, and it proved to be exactly that here. So he was gone for 21 with four boundaries, but only 21, and he's done. Ollie Pope, who came in for the aforementioned Mr. Crawley, he scored a little bit, scoring 46 off of 58 deliveries with four boundaries of his own, but he was trapped leg before by Green. But before that, what Stark did was when I believe Root came in when Ben Duckett fell, and Joe Root on a delivery by Stark was caught by Lebuschagne for a duck, facing 7 deliveries, but out for a duck. And that spelled doom. What do I always say? One of the top 4 has to have, in any format, one of the top 4 has to have a big day. Otherwise, you're not going to have much of a chance. And in this one, yeah, Ollie Pope scoring 46 off of 58 deliveries when 2 of the other top 4 fell for ducks. That doesn't count as a big day, and it proved to be fatal. Harry Brook tried to do a little bit coming in after Joe Root, scoring 52 off of 61, but in the end, not much. Ben Stokes was bowled out by Stark after scoring 6, and then Stark was, he was on to begin with, but he smelled blood and he went for it, went for the jugular. He ended up, here are Stark's numbers: 12.5 overs bowled, 4 of those maiden, 4 maiden, 7 wickets, giving up only 58 runs for an economy of 4.51. So yeah, Stark dominated in this one, getting England, all done at 172 after only 32.5, not even 33 complete overs. 172, England was all done, and that was that. Or so you think. That's why I said two heavyweights doing what you expect. So Australia comes in with all that momentum, getting England all done at 172. They're at home in Perth, and you think you've got it. Well, openers, Jake Weatherald and Marnus Lebishane came in, and the English bowlers had seen Stokes dominate with the ball, and they said, "Well, here we don't." What's that? There's an old Punjabi adage. So there's really no easy translation into English. So essentially, the English bowler said, "Asi Alim Kotan nahi aaye." Right? They came to play also, and play they did. Jofra Archer traps Jake Weatherald on the second delivery of the opening attacking over. Second delivery, Jake Weatherald is gone, LBW. Marnus Labuschagne, the other opener, well, Steve Smith, the captain himself, came in at one down, but Labuschagne was next to fall, but the pressure applied when Labuschagne fell in the 15th over, the second delivery of the 15th over. England was 2 for only 28. Yes. Labuschagne had scored 9 off of 41 deliveries for a whopping strike rate of 21.95 when he fell. And that pressure was too much. In the next over, Steve Smith, the captain, was gone for 17, having faced 49 deliveries. Strike rate of 34.69, which looks massive compared to Labuschagne's strike rate. But yeah, 34.69, 49 deliveries, only 2 boundaries and 17 runs, and he was gone. Usman Khwaja came in at 2 down. He was gone for 2 off of 6. Travis Head, 21 off of 35, strike rate of 60. And that's when Ben Stokes kind of took over with Travis Head's wicket. He had seen what Stark had done, and he wanted a little bit of that spotlight. Everybody wants some spotlight, and we are happy to oblige, shining the spotlight here on Ben Stokes and what he did under pressure. His batting side having underperformed, and Ben Stokes just took over from that wicket of Travis Head's, which was in the 30th over, and he just mowed through the rest of the English lineup. So he took that wicket in the 30th over, Travis Head, and then he just got in a groove. So first delivery of the 30th over, Travis Head was gone by Stokes. Cameron Green, next time around, he was next to go, nicking an excellent delivery back to the keeper. Smith takes him for 24 off of 50. Then Stokes got Alex Carey after Alex Carey was trying to do a little bit, scoring 26 off of 26 deliveries before he was gotten by Stokes in the 38th over. And in the same over, he got Scott Boland for a duck, eventually getting the last. Nope, that was not Stokes. So Stokes ends up with 6 overs, 23 runs in those 6 overs for an economy of 3.83 and a 5-4. Yeah. Bryden Cars took another 3, and then Jofra Archer, the ever important attacker, he had 9 overs, 4 of those maiden, an economy of 1.22. Yes, he only gave up 11 runs, 2 wickets, and that was that. Australia was all done for 132 after 45 overs. Yeah, and the match was on. Well, Australia, man, Zach Crawley, Stark cotton bowled him for another duck after he faced 5 deliveries. So 2 innings, 6 deliveries in the first one, 5 in the second one, 11 total deliveries, no runs, and out by Stark both times. Not a great day for Zach. A great match for Zach Crawley. Ben Duckett didn't do a whole lot. Everybody kept falling. In the end, England, after another 34.4 overs, were done at 164. 164. And Australia came in with a target of 205. And this time, they sent Travis Head as the opener, dropping Lebuschagne to 1 down. Jake Weatherald was still the other opener, but the attacking opener was Travis Head, and attack he did right from the get-go. He came in with intent. Lebuschagne came in at 1 down and scored 51 off of 49 deliveries for 104 strike rate with 6 4s and a 6. But Travis Head came to play. 123, a century, off of only 83 deliveries. 16 4s and 4 6s, strike rate of 148. Travis Head won this match for his side pretty much single-handedly, and nobody could do anything. Jofra Archer, 8 overs, 45 runs, no wickets. Gus Atkinson, 9 overs, 61 runs, no wickets. Bryden Kearse, again, 5.2 overs and got 2 wickets, but he was expensive. 8.25 economy. And they even Ben Stokes, the hero from the first innings, only 2 overs, gave up 18 runs, strike rate of 9. They even got Joe Root in for an over, and he was hit for 12 in that one. In the end, Australia winning pretty easily. A tightly contested match for the first 1.5 innings. Australia wins it going away, 205 at a loss of only 2 in only 28.2 overs, winning the first test handily by 8 wickets. All right, that was that. Second test starts this coming Friday. No, hold on. Where are we? That was second test starts Wednesday, the 3rd of December. So there's going to be a little bit of break. There's going to be an exhibition match, the Prime Minister's 11 against the English 11. And then the second test gets going on the 3rd. So that is the Ashes. What else do we need to talk about? You know what? We have 4 minutes. Yeah, let's talk about that. Maybe we'll come back for it in a little bit, because the second test has started. All right. Surprising, very, very surprising. You know what? Nah, we're gonna pick this up after the break, because the break is 3 minutes away. What I want to talk about first is something really important for our listeners. Boy, oh boy, there are. Whoa. All right. So let's talk about the Toyota holiday deals, shall we? Toyota holiday deals at Freeman Toyota are here, and they're running all the way through December. So for the next 6 weeks, 5.5 weeks, take advantage of the limited time year end offers on new 2025 and 2026 Toyota models with a special $500 holiday gift toward your purchase at the time of delivery. Select, negotiate, and save all from your phone. You're going to get low rate finance rates. You can get qualified for 0% APR. There are lease specials that are happening and free oil changes and standard maintenance up to 6 years of worry-free driving. Call now to select and lock in your deal before inventory runs out. Call Muhammad at 214-404-4156. That's 214-404-4156. All right. So let's talk about the Asia Cup Rising Stars 2025. We're live with the finals coming from Doha right now. And the Shaheens batted first and scored only 125. And they are playing, the Pakistan Shaheens are playing in the finals against Bangladesh. Yes, Bangladesh. Because Bangladesh ended up beating India in the first semifinal after inexplicably, they look like they hadn't won. Bangladesh scored 194 at a loss of 6, and India was down to the 20th over. They needed 16 to tie, 17 to win, or maybe they needed 16 to win, 15 to tie, and they got exactly that. They needed 3 runs. They needed 4 to win on the last delivery. And Bangladesh made a mess of it, absolute mess of it, when they had India done. They would have won the match, but they made an absolute mess of it, allowing 3 runs to score and tying the match. So it went to a super over. But in the super over, Bangladesh dominated. India batted first, and their 2 batters were gone on the first 2 deliveries. So Bangladesh only needed 1 run, and it was such an anticlimactic finish to this match because, as I said, India doesn't score at all in the super over, being done on the first 2 deliveries. It was Jitesh Sharma bowled by Mondal, followed by Ashutosh, who was bowled out by Mondal on the very next delivery. So Bangladesh comes in needing only 1 run in the super over to win. And Yasir Ali gets out. Flies, I don't know what he was doing. High in the air, flies out. Surya Sharma bowled that delivery, and Ramandeep Singh caught him. And just when we thought it was going to be a terrible first super over, going to a second one, Bangladesh down to their last man, just needing 1 run. Suyash Sharma ended up bowling a delivery wide to give Bangladesh that 1 run they needed. Bangladesh wins in the super over. And in the other one, Shaheens batted first, scored 153 off of 9, and then hung on. Shaheens winning by 5 runs. Sri Lanka scored 148, but in the end, Shaheens hung on. And now they're playing in the final. And we will talk all about that finals and everything else going on in the world of cricket when we come back from this break. You are listening to the Sports Spotlight right here on Radio Azad with your host, Rizwan. Here's a few words from our sponsors, and then we'll be back with more cricket and other sports right here on the Sports Spotlight.
आप सुन रहे हैं रेडियो आजाद, हम सफर, हम जाद, रेडियो आजाद।